Monster PulseChain update video coming for you, baby dolls. It's still a Moggers cycle. The non-believers are not going to make it. Yes, it has been tough. The business cycle is taking a very long time. I'm going to give you a big update from our friend MVS Crypto. And the PulseChain prices lately, of course, they've been a bit subdued because they're waiting for Ethereum to kickstart its run. Ethereum cranking above $2,700. That's a wonderful sight to see. PulseChain core coins and everything out here, pDAI, PWTC included, they're just, pretty much moving lockstep with Ethereum. Now, it's not daily lockstep. A lot of people still get this confused, but it's not exactly tick for tick. If you want to go see the real ratio, you look at the Pulse to ETH ratio, which I have here for you. You got to make sure it's actual PLS ETH ratio, which is it now. Yes, it's just moving literally around nowhere. It's just ticking around. There's literally nothing to do here. It's literally been going sideways. Yeah, it's down here, but it's just very easy for this thing to just go do a 60% move and we're still stuck in the range. We've got a long way to go, a very, very, very long way to go. A lot of people have been coping out here. What can we do, man? Like, we've got to wait. The business cycle's taking forever. I know it's frustrating, but let's crack on with it. And I've got to remind you, the liquidity is very, very, very thin. All it takes, friends, is just, Ethereum to crack hopefully that $3,000 mark. Remember the CME gap 3,200, and then we can push on higher. So what happened this week, right? We had Richard Hart's workout challenge. So Richard Hart, founder of PulseChain, launched the Richard Hart workout challenge with daily chin-ups, bench presses, deadlifts. He started promoting exercise and everything out here, trying to inspire community leaders. This is his tweet out here. This is it. He had a lot of people as well trolling him. It was funny because pretty much comes out and he says, I think he missed 3 days. Maybe he got sick or something. He starts doing it again, day 7. Everyone coming out here doing some I'm not really sure. Or is it just to keep everybody engaged? Or, yeah, there were some secret pDAI conspiracies things in there because he talks about chalk and things and straps, which we went through before. But, we'll leave that for another time. Now, friends, as you see stuff like this, you're looking at the PulseChain prices, and literally still garbage. It's still garbage. I know, man, it's very frustrating, friends. This is PHEX as well. PHEX, I've just got a fib from the highest fib takes us to 17 cents. But, that'll just be interesting if we climb on through there. Remember, it all depends on the spear, and the spear's garbage. Are we loading the wank-off, sprink-off pattern, maybe? Remember as well, friends, this was the interpole damage. So, hopefully, interpole, we remove interpole and we start moving up with the rest of the cycle. We have stablecoin SuperCycle and everything coming out here. PulseChain's still got to do like above a 3x to get back to sack price. So yes, everybody's been bleeding and hoping, but yeah, man, friends, trust me, I want to blame somebody. I'd love to just knock one person out. Like me and you together, we'll kidnap someone, we'll bitch slap them, we'll make sure they never click a sell button again. The problem is it doesn't work. That's the problem. It literally doesn't work. Okay, we're all part of the cycle, the business cycle. Okay. So we need more time. Crypto Coffee and EMIT find paradise. So this week, Crypto Paradise has joined forces with Crypto Coffee for a big show with their collaboration on this farm launching. So they have these tokens, Smurf and Emit and stuff out here. So I want to remind everyone out here, this is the thing, friends, like we want everybody to keep trying to get network effects and boosting everything up. Just to tell you though, like, when the business cycle's down, everything just goes to zero. Everything just drops down, and then you're playing for a better tomorrow. So hopefully these things eventually start to crank up. Be careful when it comes to yield. There's problems in the code. There's problems with the tokens. You got to buy the token that they supply to give you the yield. Just give you general points of everything out here. But for everyone new coming out here, there is no golden goose outside of pretty much long-term spot holding. And we're waiting for that long-term part to pretty much come into fruition because right now no one believes you, right? Because everything's been going down forever. But good luck to everyone out here coming to the crypto ecosystem. You got to remember, friends, as well, when it comes to DeFi and everything out here, there's many facets of DeFi. And yeah, hopefully stablecoin SuperCycle reignites the fever. Rectum Rochelle has rallied the community. So Rectum has fired up PulseChain, advocating for unity and focusing on promoting all great opportunities. So he's done a generic post out here. Rectum's blocked me, so let's see what happens. He's made a very long tweet of posts here. As a leading multi-million-dollar investor and key stakeholder, I find the ongoing conflicts and behavior to be toxic within our community, deeply frustrating. bickering, unfounded accusations, wrongdoing, etc. out here. He says, I am forced to contend with yet another lie, a false narrative, too ignorant to do proper chain analysis. They falsely accuse me of dumping when in reality we have been accumulating out here. So let's see what you guys have to say. Mr. Kryptonite, I believe a big part of the crypto negativity stems from frustration among some OG hex holders. And you continue, many staked for years only to watch the price fall sharply. Very true. Very true. No one knew the business cycle was going to be this bad, this low. You know, no one knew that. It went for a long time, right? It's still going, right? It's still below 52 for a very long period of time. 31 months. Look at that deep red, man. The previous ones were, yeah, this is your world before. You know, so look, I'll tell you something else as well in the future, which you're not going to believe me now, but there will be a cycle where, like, what if the government doesn't need to print as much as everyone thinks and the business cycles are strong in one of the next boom economies, and then Bitcoin's dominance just falls all cycle, and everyone keeps thinking buy Bitcoin. You know, you don't know that world, but you know, we can't fast forward 5 to 10 years to see if we ever get a scenario like that. But yeah, just, you don't know, friend. That's why we protect ourselves in the future. We can't do now. We've been locked in for 4 or 5 years. You know, that's why it's tough. Shout out to Claudia King as well. Absolute truth right here. Hex Holmes. I've been thinking about the Hex PulseChain community, and I believe there's a quiet majority of investors involved, with some frustration staying far from the toxic blame. So, friends, my opinion on these is we need some pump music. My opinion's worth nothing, man. Who cares what I have to say? Right, I'm just a peanut brain. You can't control it. You can't stop it. That's it. You have to love it. I love it. Okay, yeah, there's all this fighting and toxicity and people coping and crying. Man, this is what makes a community tick, bro. This is a city of people. This is the energy, you know. It's kind of like I love America, okay? Toby, do you like America? Dr. Exologist, do you guys like America? Well, guess what? I love America. I wasn't even born in America. I love America, okay? I like the American political process. I like the deep state UFO tech. I like a lot of things about America. When I see pink, I've got to be honest, man. Look, it's usually a largely obese, pink and green hair lady with like hairy armpits protesting, calling all men rapists. You know what I mean? When I see that, I don't get like anger. It's like a show to me. I'm like, oh, cool. This is like, there's different spectrums of the political sphere. This is the process of how the crowd does everything, right? And I like seeing all that. I like the president. The president has to lie to the people. Okay, you know why? Because of you. You and I don't vote for people who are honest. Do you know that? We don't actually vote for that. If we did, they would be honest. Do you get it? Just like in cryptocurrency industry, we don't go for super decentralized, super boring and stable stuff. We don't. We go for flavor. Now you might say, hey, Sommi, what about Bitcoin? Yeah, what about Bitcoin? You mean the Bitcoin with a $13 million price target that everybody's allowed to do leverage on? You want to see how many people like Bitcoin? Don't allow companies to buy it then. And they can only buy it on spot. And they can't do their share Ponzi stuff on it. And you can't use government bond money. All right? They're probably going to make a law for that, by the way. So to stop, because they're going to have to stop the sinking ship somehow. They're not going to let people just keep selling their US treasuries on their balance sheet to go buy a BTC. Just give you an idea, okay? But that's what makes everything tick, friends. Friends, if Donald Trump came out crying, no one's going to vote for the dude. Okay, that's just what happens. So in a altcoin community, yeah, I don't like the scammers. I don't like the failed projects. I don't like. There's many things you don't like. I don't like, people vulturing off, say, me, trying to bait me or whatever. Like I don't think about not liking them. I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, you gotta have a clear pill approach. It is what it is. This is part of a city. Just like, oh, do you want a big city? Yeah, but you don't like smog. You don't like noise. Okay, bro. When you want to get a high GDP, lots of wealthy people, big theme parks, lots of financialization, big gate-kept schools for your kids, when you want this stuff, yeah, guess what, bro? You got concrete jungles everywhere. You see what I mean? So, well, you can't stop it. That's my opinion. You can't stop it. Learn to live with it. It is what it is. It's kind of like, if you step into the kitchen, you're going to break a sweat. It's a bit hot in there, right? If you step into a boxing ring, you're going to get hit. if you're an Olympian swimmer, guess what? Your nuts are going to shrivel because you're going to get wet. It's part of the game. Shout out to Baby Doll Axis. Axis has highlighted potential of PulseChain. He does a detailed analysis, and he compares it to Tron's 36x move up. Now, as we all know, friends, in PulseChain, whenever Axis comes out with a big fat fractal, we're about to dump. It's always been happening for 4 years. But I like this. This is Tron's very, very long-term rounded stuff. This is like, Tron looks nice, but bro, this was Tron 2021. It literally missed the whole cycle. But now Tron is participating in stablecoin SuperCycle, isn't it? Yeah, so like I like pDAI as stablecoin SuperCycle. We have that on PulseChain. P tokens, bro. That's really cool that we actually have something unique. But yeah, if you want out here, so he's now showing PulseChain PLS prices. Now here's the thing, friends. If Baby Doll Axis, I'm just thinking, if every time Axis was showing a bullish fractal, we dumped. Well, he's got a fractal here. This thing is where we go nowhere for 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Wow, bro, that's Axis. That's bearish as hell, dude. Whoa, bro, you think we're not moving for 4 years? Come on, bro. We've only got like $8 million on the offer. Nothing. We've got nothing on the offer. Come on, man. No way. Nah. You know what? We might find this goes. I don't want to jinx anything, but yes, it's just, we could be doing that. We could do something like that. Whatever. Oh, man, I'm not going to wait 4 years. No one's going to wait 4 years, but it's not even about us, right? I just personally think, yeah, man, with Bitcoin 250K or even Bitcoin 150K and Ethereum above $4,000 or $5,000 in that zone, yeah, man, I don't think we could keep a lid. It's only a $4 million offer, man. You know, we got so many. Yeah, but that's what happens, right? When cycle goes down, this negativity feeds on itself. Soy Minimeal has started to shine. They attended an Austrian World Summit. The rising PulseChain corporate giant showcased their high-performance food brand, Soil token, and eco-friendly snacks. So Soy Minimeal, if you remember, friends, they came in. There was some coin they had that went up only, and it was big. And then I think something bugged out. I actually forgot. And I've just checked them, and for some reason, they blocked me. Maybe because I posted one of their charts. So that's what happens, friends. So how I mark people for high amounts of soy is after they block me, I click block on them. So now I know it's not Soy Minimeal. It is Soy Minimeal. Soy Minimeal. Soy. By the way, lady, sorry, that's not chocolate. Oopsies. We can't go there. It's a family-friendly show. But at least it's good, you know. You put in this random people popping up into the chain. It's cool, friends. It's like it's expanding the network slowly but surely. Coast, friends. So Baby Dolls at Coast have a liquidity ramp from banks into. They had old Glory Hole Bank is old Glory Hole, man. Yes, everyone out there. There actually is a bank in America. It's called Old Glory Hole. So yeah, man. Who thought of that name? Come on, bro. It must have been a long time ago. Old Glory Holes. Right? So they now have bank access, which is beautiful. So fiat on-ramps, that's how we're getting everyone into crypto. Just makes it easier because people don't want to go through the process. They want to put their, the debit card in, have access, safe wallet, just start swapping in 2 seconds. Shout out to also Hoggy Hog. Heart with Dog is ready to reclaim glory in Pulse of the Fallen, seeking a legendary trainer, Stylebender, and hunting for rapid gains. This is beautiful. Let's check out Hog, friends. So Hog have coin, just like everything else, tied to Pulse out here. You can type in Hog PLS. And it looks like everything else pretty much in PulseChain. Change to the Pulse PLS price chart. Make it look better with some loggy logs. Put a log chart weekly. Let's see what is showing. Right here. This is nice to see. But yeah, these are big, deep corrections. 82%. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you never know, man. This is the nice rounded up. Hog, their fans, they make some amazing comics. Hog's awesome. Everyone out there is awesome. I post their videos and their comics over time. It's good, man. Adds flavor, adds flair to the city. You know, all this stuff is happening on PulseChain, and we like them. We know them. You know, on all these other chains, it's like, there's too much competition. There's too much red shark stuff. They don't really care about things. They're trying to like get popular, to grift, to go get crypto Kobe to like them so they can launch their token and like basically do some ICO OTC grifting. That's just the formula out there, which we don't like. Internet money has to, oh no, actually, we've got this one here. So Solid X friends have started staking and they have some game with a referral program, but I'm not going to bother because they've all blocked me because of the pDAI stuff out here. So you just want to see, I'll just check out Solid X's, yes, so Solid X has blocked you. So Solid Soy, that's what happened, bro. All of them from pDAI. So, fancy, you notice this common theme: Soy Minimeal block for pDAI, Solid Soy block for pDAI. All of them. It's hilarious. Like, and by the way, hey geniuses, if you were buying this dip down here on the gravestone emoji, you're up 8 times your money. Congratulations, by the way. So yeah, wouldn't it be great? That's why, friends. That's why, like, when, not if, when this goes back to 1 cent, good luck. All I'm saying is just good luck. Okay, you better stock up on all those band-aids from the pharmacy because nipples are gonna get pegged. Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, friends, I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating at all. Just 100% honest truth. Okay, I put my hand on the Bible. All of the blocks is specifically because I dared to buy the dip on a coin that I like. That's what it was. I like a coin, I'm buying it. If you don't like it, go truck yourself, go cry in the corner, go cry somewhere else. No crying in the casino. Go outside to the parking lot. All right, that's all it is. I'm going to exercise my God-given right to execute on a decentralized exchange named PulseX, on a decentralized chain named PulseChain. I am going to run free open source public software. Does it sound like Richard Hart to you? Yes, it does. I executed my right. I bought a token, and that's it. Blocked. But it's like, how much of a little bitch are you to get upset at what other people do with their money? That's wild, dude. But that's my signal. That's my signal, friends. So, remember I told you PulseChain, friends? Blue ocean chain, new demand, okay? Who's the demand? I'm the demand. You're the demand. It's just us. It's like, hey, we're buying stuff and the cult within a cult is getting hatred. What a signal. Or the prices are due to go up. It's kind of beautiful. By the way, use that as a microcosm for PulseChain's effect on the rest of the crypto industry, okay? It's just that, hey, I like stablecoin SuperCycle. Here you go. You want MemeCoin SuperCycle? You got Hog. You got Poker Center stuff, right? There's many of others, right? Maybe Tangang. Have they left to Chia? I don't know. Maybe they're going to come around. I don't know what's going on there. You got Beautiful Dick with Butt, okay, which is made by Tangang, but, you know, we got Mr. Durkee Turkey. A lot of things going on, friends, right? So everything's happening on the chain. We just need the business cycle to crank up. Shout out to my baby dolls over here in Internet Money, celebrating a record-breaking 78,900 wallet downloads. So I have Internet Money and I use it. I've got MetaMask, I use Rabby, and I use Internet Money. Sometimes Rabby, the bunny's been, you know, eating a bit of soy meal itself. Sometimes it bugs on some random coins or just whatever. So I have Internet Money as well. So it does not have those problems. But it's beautiful. We got a wallet for the community fans. It's great. It's great. You know, I'm not saying we are New York. You know, oh, we're the biggest city in the world. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this. Okay, we are a self-sustaining ecosystem village. It's like, you ever, you know, you go to like a random country. You go out to these like random farming villages area, and you just, you know, you go through maybe these woodlands, and then you get to like, you know, the little there's a chimney. There's basically these lumberjacks chopping wood, right? And, you know, there's the lumberjacks, they're with the wood, they're chopping the wood out here. And then you have the ladies, they still got like the 1920s, you know, those big, you know, the big white, you know, like almost like what the nun's hat thing, and they're putting the washing out. And then there's a little dog, and they're just, you know, and they're still having showers with like hot water buckets. So, yeah, so it looks like, oh, well, you got no iPhones and stuff out here. It's kind of Amish people, right? But then, right, the beautiful part of our markets is there's a price attached to what we are. So we're self-sustaining, but the market is pricing us as if we're dead. You know, we go, we're not dead, bro. Like, we don't need you. We don't need any of the other stuff. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, friends. This is literally a village out here. But we're PulseChain fans, so we got, you know, she's all right. You'd go her. You know what I mean? Like, we're a bit sexier. Okay? We're self-sustaining. Look at this. This guy literally looks like Jim Rat Crypto. You know? Here's Jim Rat Crypto. What's he saying to this lady? He's like, boy, oh boy, do I have the coin for you. This was literally 4 years ago. And now, Jim Rat Crypto, what's he doing with the rest of us? He's somewhere in this line, carrying wood and hay on his head and just yelling at the commander out here. So this is pretty much, hey man, this is it. So this is the village. Okay. So when you're saying, oh, we're dead, we're never going to make it. No, bro, we don't need your iPhone. We still win. We're still okay. So that's the best part about markets. Shout out to Internet Money for their beautiful wallet. You know, just one another clear example of us cranking. FTX funds have sparked debate. Shout out to Brandon, Rags to Riches, downplayed the impact of the 5 billion FTX funds release, arguing its limited effect on crypto markets and getting the community engaged with Mr. Purple, adding insights to support the chain. So I've opened up Mr. Rags' post here. Good afternoon. FTX funds being released is not a big deal. So this is what they are pretty much covered. The thing though, bro, is look, it is a big deal. Remember though, people want to buy high, okay? So that they trust me, okay? You don't have to trust me. You don't have to trust anything. I've got a Game Boy. Do you? Okay. They've got the money on the side. They know it's there. They go, oh, I've got like my $70,000 back. I got my $12,000 back. I got my $2,000 back. It's sitting there. They want to buy a new tricycle, but they're waiting. They're waiting a bit, okay? What are they waiting for? They don't know what they're waiting for. That's why I'm telling you, when the business cycle, if Ethereum cranks 3,000, coins start popping off, they're like, huh, I know a place I can get a quick $3,500 for. Bang. That's where it becomes fuel for the rocket. Until then, we're coping and hoping. DJ Mr. Lefty's epic DJ set. So shout out to you, sir. Has done a PulseChain inspired DJ set. That is cracker. And I actually just play for you a bit of Groovy tunes. Cranking it. Let's crank it here. Here we go. By the way, just to let you know, if you go to any house party, any club, they're playing music like that, you are the only sober person in that room. I'll tell you right now, everyone's fried. You know what you're going to find in the bathroom. Everyone who's gone to hang a wee-wee totally missed a toilet seat. Don't hang around too long in the bathroom. Sometimes people, friends, they just don't know how to control themselves a bit. They want to become your friend and stuff in there, you know? You know what I mean? So, see, we're bringing all walks of life to the chain. So thank you very much. Keep cracking those beats. Kryptonite Show has hosted its first X Spaces featuring several awesome teams showcasing the different projects and fundamentals. That's great. We have everyone out here. So this, man, we have there's Twitter Spaces, different projects, the whole chain. It's still here, man. It's still here. That's why, friends, if you've been hearing Jim Rat Crypto going, Richard, no. I'm just telling you, friends. I'm telling you every day, friends. Every day I have this nice. I have a bull fantasy where I find that one bear and I choke him with my bare hands. I choke him, pat him because he's very fast. And I choke him. I'm like, oh, I killed the bear. Now we can pump. It's fantasy. It's fan fiction. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it does not work on that. The doubters and the existence of bears, the existence of those bears is your fuel to pump. You need them around. Okay. And also, we're part of the business cycle. We're all part of the business cycle. We're all linked. Altcoins are further on the risk curve. We need the business cycle green light to happen. Okay? You've seen it thousands of times. Shout out to my friend Chrispyman. By the way, whenever I literally say Chrispyman, all right, we love Hexfire Chrispyman, my mouth starts watering for bacon. I want morning bacon. I like it charred. I like it chiseled with a bit of tomato sauce that I can dip it. You can't have too much, then it starts blowing your calories and stuff out here. So, man, I could go for some bacon right now. But Mr. Hex, Crispy Bacon Man, has showcased his support for Hex in episode 99, foreshadowing Hex and his 100 episodes. That's beautiful. So he speaks about Hex's product market fit. Beautiful, man, and wonderful dedication. Here you have him now. So this is Mr. Crispy Man on the left.
They cannot get the T-shirts.
There we go. The T-shares are more scarce. T-shares are more rare. You got to remember, look, because Hex's price is down and everything's down, what people then do is, friends, because Richard speaks to layman people a lot. He knows how to use the words to hit the most amount of people. So a lot of people connect any price chart going down. It's easy for you to go, oh, that guy failed. Haha, I trusted you. It failed. It sucks. Okay, it's easy for you to do that. But it's outside of his control. So when the price is down, what then people say, naturally humans do this. They say, oh, the tokenomics failed. The sacrifice, well, too many wallet sacrifices. This failed. Or Rich is not streaming. Or Interpol. They just blame all these thousands of things. And like I said, friends, it's all part of the cycle, man. You're yelling at a cloud. All right, you'll find these things will mysteriously fix themselves as the business cycle goes up. So thank you to Mr. Chrispyman out here he does a lot of deep analysis on Hex and everything else. Remember, we're all liquidity linked, friends. It's all the same community, so I hope we all pump. Midgard have done an update. So Midgard got a new block explorer. Everybody's been waiting for that. Beautiful out here. So we have a new block explorer to go check chain stuff. I'm not really a chain checker guy. Some people do stuff like in the Tropa and speaking through the blockchain. All those things are cool, but then like you get tired out and then you realize like, oh, it's actually been 4.5 years since we've started to move up. But it's nice to see some upgrades. LibertySwap has added a bridge from Arbitrum and BNB chain, friends. So I think the max is $1,500 or $2,500 US dollar max. But at least you can go from Arbitrum to BNB if you want to move, $50, $1,000, pretty good. Otherwise, the big default one is from the Ethereum chain. Remember, these bridges will come more alive as more volume picks up, which is only going to pick up if the business cycle goes up, and it will be reflected in Ethereum's price. So hopefully it keeps cranking. That sweet, sweet Ethereum. Nexian has teased a massive new DeFi, announcing the Glow Farms and NFT staking. I want everybody to try stuff. Just telling you right now, there's no formula. There's no formula that works, okay? In our times now, everything sucks. Everything's a scam. Everything goes down, okay? And in the bull market, everything works. There's demand for all these things and playing here and there, all right? So just as long as you know that, you don't hurt yourself later on. So the beautiful people of PulseChain have wonderful talent, like Pulse of the Fallen. Here's me, yours truly. And here's a dick with butt, like a Japanese anime version of it. And he's actually squirting liquid out of his butt. Which is, I love this stuff, man. This is just cool. Look how cool this looks. This is really good. I hope you're learning by now, man. All these things, okay. Remember, it's about positioning. Remember, what's the secret to markets? Okay, yes, it's peg nipples. Okay, but what's after that? The secret to markets is positioning. Okay, positioning. You know what that means? Expectations. So, what is the average person out there who's looking for money to make, which is everyone in the marketplace? What are they expecting? What are they positioned for? If they're not expecting something, they're positioned out. They're sidelined. Okay? That's what you're looking for. What about other things like Solana? Is anybody in crypto positioned for Solana to fail? No. No one. Not Raul Pal. No one. Literally zero. Every single person is pricing in Solana, this was for the past 1.5 years, to flip Ethereum. To flip Ethereum for Sol ETH to go up even more, to repeat what it did last year. Every single person. And they've all positioned for Ethereum to keep consuming soy and to go down. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Everybody could be right. They could be right. So your job, if you want to win the game, it's not to predict the future. No one can predict the future. Okay, I don't know what the hell's coming next. I never know. Okay, it's how I'm positioned. Okay, how you're positioned. So if it's like betting on the favorites, right? If you let's say how much money you have after a year, go and bet on the favorite of every single sports game. See how that turns out. Go bet on the winning favorite for the basketball teams, football, tennis, anything. Just keep betting on the favorite. See what happens. Go bet on the favorite of the horses. You get crushed because you're not getting any edge. Okay, betting on the favorite is a losing strategy because everybody's pricing in. Okay, you want to look for asymmetric upside. To do that, I mean, you're looking at opportunity right now. That's why PulseChain fans, look at all this news I've been going through here for you. Does that look like a dead chain? No. So let me show you something, okay? Now, if you remain family friendly, which I know you will right now, PulseChain PLS is 500 million market cap. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. 500 million, right? Look at other chains which have no life that are way bigger. Polkadot. Okay, friends, Polkadot is 6.6 billion market cap. it's literally 12x bigger. Right? So, so everyone knows Polkadot. No one cares about PulseChain. So I'm thinking, well, how are they 12x bigger? The market's like not wrong, but like we're underpriced. Okay. You can even go down and look at other things as well, friends. ICP, which is I can't pump, 3 billion. I know, friends, we do have some ICP believers and maxis. I know. Okay, if you're 3 billion, PulseChain should be 3 billion. We're 5x undervalued. You see that, friends? What about, dare I say, I don't want to say it too loud, Litecoin. Friends, Litecoin is 7 billion. Bro, why are you 7 billion? You literally have nothing on there. Nothing. You literally copy paste the Bitcoin, which is like copy pasting a pet rock. There's literally nothing there. But Litecoin will go up. Why? Because they got enough boomers to probably put it in the crypto index from NASDAQ. You see what I mean? But okay, if you're 7 billion, why are we 14x lower? You know? Business cycle. That's it. It's going to take time. I still see value. The whole market's pricing. So what's the market position? The market is positioned for PulseChain to basically never succeed, never go up, right? That's what the market's positioned for. Now, here's the thing. They could be right. They could be right. But if they are wrong, asymmetric upside. Because now you said this thing was dead. Now you have to price in it living for a week, a month, a year, and 5 years. Yeah? It's kind of like, friends, imagine, knock on wood, let's say, you know, you ever seen those videos where someone like passed away and they like wake up at their funeral? Well, imagine that. Imagine you plan for someone's funeral. They're in a suit. And you're like, oh, it's totally dead. It's totally over. I guess like you've sold all their assets, right? You've deleted everything. Maybe the guy's wife, you know, marries her boyfriend, right? So this guy, poor guy in the suit, you've sold his crypto, you've cheated him out of the low, you sold his NFTs, right? You emergency ended his hex stake, you swapped his pDAI for eDAI, right? So you've done all these things because you're like, okay, the guy's life is over. It is what it is, okay? Then he just wakes up out of his coffin at the funeral. Then you're like, oh my gosh. See, friends, you were positioned for this person who has literally never come back again. And now they're back. And they say, hey, you still got my Pokeballs? I've only been gone for 3 days. You didn't really think I was dead, right? And you're like, that's right. Every single family member will be like, oh my gosh. Now, you know, the wife's got to leave her boyfriend again to go back with him, you know? And everything else, you've got to like uncheat yourself. You got to swap the eDAI to the pDAI. You got to go back and get back his BTC. You got to redo your hex stake, but you lost all your T-shares. So what do you do now? You see what I mean? That's a frantic measurement. Well, the same thing as markets, friends. When I'm seeing stuff like this on a chain that people are calling dead, I go, the only thing here that's dead is your opinion because it's dead wrong. PulseChain is your news update. I love you. Catch you soon, friends.